Hello from Oberstdorf. This is the very south of Germany. We're just a step away from Austria, so to speak. Today I have Colin Phillips at my side, who will give us first-hand information about ski jumping. Hi there, Colin.
Hello, Mark. Seeing all that bustle around, I'd really like to go up there and jump myself. But this time I'll leave it to the other skiers.
The Nordic youngsters are ready to show their mettle on the jump. An okay jump, let's put it like that. He certainly won't rejoice about the distance, I'm pretty sure of that. And now a German skier. I'm sure it's not only his coach he wants to impress.
Mark, what about Sven Hannaveld? I haven't seen him around in a while.
Oh, he'll reappear on the scene, I'm sure of that.
Maybe.
Yes, right point for takeoff. Well done.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
What would you tell someone to convince him about the sport?
Well, that's a difficult one. I'd say that ski jumping is not a sport, it's an art, a philosophy even, a religion.
That's laying it on a bit thick, isn't it?
Well, just make a jump yourself, 200 metres down the valley. Then you'll change your mind, Mark.
The Norwegian Sigurd Pettersen set a new hill record in Oberstdorf in 2003 with 143.5 meters. That jump was okay, but he could still make some more distance. I think no one would object to that.
At least of all him.
If the ski jumps were really roofed over, as certain experts are proposing, competitions would no longer be cancelled because of bad weather conditions.
Yeah, but on the other hand, it would be an enormous investment for the operators. And I think it would be harmful to the atmosphere. Make my approach run in the tunnel? No, thank you.
No one can use the wind as an excuse today. We have a strong upwind, so the weather conditions are excellent. Oh no, obviously his skis weren't waxed properly. Much too slow on the inline. That's not enough for a decent distance.
No, he'll be unhappy about that.
By the way, it was in the United States that the first ski jump with an elevated jump table was built back in 1912. But not in Park City, it was in Steamboat Springs. And the man responsible for it was, of course... American? No, a Norwegian, of course. His name was Carl Hovelson.
Ah, good old Carl.
Well, this bad result is simply down to his terrible flying face. I wonder what the coach will tell him now.
Well, Mark, I suppose he'll do some extra practice on posture during the flight in the next training units.
Sepp Weiler from Oberstdorf entered the record books for his jump in 1950. He set the new record for the hill with an 82-meter jump. At the time, this was made possible by several renovations. Nowadays, the skiers go up to 140 meters. The first statistically recorded distance record in ski jumping was 23 meters, back in 1879. I'm not sure if he topped that one there.
Get your history books out again, Wilma.
After the competition, it's me who must fly. I have a date.
Oh, give me a break. You never spot those puns, do you?
Oh, that's agonizing. It looked as if he had brake wax in his skis. He developed much too little speed on the in-run for a decent takeoff.
Brake wax, that's a good one. I have to remember that.
Do you know this Norwegian who's starting next, Colin?
No, not personally, but I've seen him before. He's got potential.
Oh, that's a pity. He took off at the right moment and on the right point on the jump table, but then he doesn't have the power to push off. So weak. You have to put all your strength into the takeoff, otherwise you won't get far. Well, maybe next time. At the first ski jumping competition in 1893, which did not take place in Norway, but in Austria, a manure heap was used as a ski jump.
Oh, wow. God, that must have smelt really good. Fortunately, some things have changed in architecture.
I wouldn't grudge him a really excellent performance for once, but he's simply not yet at that point, it seems. So the score is justified at this time, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd never disagree with an expert like you, Mark.
A strong upwind. It couldn't be better.
Well, you know, I think this is a day for some very good distances.
Yeah, Colin. That's what we're all hoping for.
Yeah, it's true.
His takeoff training seems to have paid off. No problems on the jump table. Not too early, not too late. That was perfect.
Yeah, that was great.
There aren't many rivals left for him. It's amazing. His performance, and at that age, his distances are virtually always around the Cape Point, or even further.
Yes, I'll take that hat off to him. Great stuff.
That looked like a decent angle. You can do better, but at least there was no danger of fall or anything. I suppose that's okay for him.
Yeah, he'll like that one, I think.
Let's have a closer look at this jump in the replay.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see that.
Yeah. Very nice takeoff. Nothing to criticize, am I right, Colin?
Oh, yeah, Mark. He made the takeoff at the right moment, a bit earlier or a bit later, and he might have failed. But not today. That was great stuff.
Excellent. A deep breath for all those who are qualified. That's the 50 best jumpers of the day.
Yes, Mark, and I can see some surprises here. Can't wait to see who will win the competition in the end. Did you notice what effect the wrong wax can have on the skis? He came down the run like a lame duck.
The judges have made their decision. And he gets a pretty good score. That's a fair judgment. That wasn't a jump. It was more of a hop. Bad distance. That's the end of the competition for him today.
Yes, all over for him.
Well, the score is just a little above average, but it's hard work to get there too. For him, it was a good day, I think.
Well, I agree with you, Mark. He's shown what he's capable of at the moment, and that's not too bad at all.
The highlight of the year in Oberstdorf is of course the opening of the four-hill tournament, the day before New Year's Eve. The stadium is always packed with a crowd of 30,000, and all the stars of the ski jumping scene are at the start. Well, that's good for the maximum score. At least that's my opinion. Let's see if the judges agree with me.
Well, I reckon so, Mark. By the way, have you ever tried to make a jump yourself?
Why?
Well, it would be nice if you, as a reporter, knew exactly what you were talking about, don't you think? Anyway...
Looks good in takeoff today. It could be a little more explosive and more powerful, but this is really an okay performance. You can live with that.
Yeah, you should be pretty pleased.
Colin, do you remember ever having seen a jump as bad as this one?
Well, I just don't know what to say. Nothing worked out for him in this jump. The distance is simply appalling.
As the weather conditions are always an uncontrollable variable in ski jumping, experts are considering roofing over the in-run with a perspex tube. What do you think of that, Colin?
Oh no. The open sky, the fresh air. I'd miss it all too much.
Well, there was no improvement to be seen today, nor was there any deterioration. Take off! Take off! How can they allow someone like him on a ski jump? Fortunately, there's a rescue service and all. Otherwise, it would be far too dangerous. Oh, not cool. That's tragic. Starting with skis that are not waxed properly. No speed, no distance. Forget it.
Yeah, I'd tell the waxer to take a long walk off a short pier.
So would I. The hard training over the last few weeks has paid off, and it's reflected by the results. No reason to be dissatisfied. What do you say, Colin?
No, he can pack his skis with a clear conscience and try to attack again in the next competition.
Yeah. At the takeoff, the skiers have a speed of 90 kilometers per hour. In the town of Oberstdorf, however, that will be a problem for you. It likes to call itself car-free, and all streets have a 30 speed limit. That obviously was a jump of a scaredy cat. I think I need to say things clearly in this case.
Scaredy cat?
Scaredy cat.
Oh, no, Mark.
A coward.
No, he's not a coward. I know him pretty well. The jump simply didn't work out. But he can improve on it, that's for sure.
What do you think, Colin? Can he win the competition?
Yes. If he does another of those outstanding performances, there's virtually no one to beat him. He's in excellent shape, and of course, he's self-confident enough in his own performance. I'm sure we'll hear from him when it comes to the title fight.
Either you're too early or too late. The timing at takeoff is really tricky. That's what we could observe in this jump.
Well, if he can improve his takeoff, he'll make an excellent jumper. Everything else was impeccable, though.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was great.
That was an exciting competition today, don't you think, Colin?
Yeah, well, now we can take a deep breath and look forward to the final, decisive round. The best 30 skiers are still in there, and for the other 20, their working day is already over.
An English tabloid spread the news that you're afraid of flying.
Who said that? No, that's a fairy tale. That's a malicious allegation, actually.
So it's not true.
No, well, the thing is, when I was a kid, I was afraid of heights. So my father took me to a ski jump and he said, if you jump down there, you'll never have to be afraid of anything.
And that was the beginning of your career.
That's right.
For him, every jump ends up the same. Either the glass is half full or half empty.
I didn't get that then.
I mean, he always performs badly.
Oh, all right, I know what you mean. Well, that's true, actually.
This sport is called ski jumping. Maybe someone should tell him. With that distance, maybe he should change to long jump in athletics. I've never seen anything as bad as that. Oh no! No one would have imagined such a decline. A few weeks ago he was close to victory and now he's falling down the rankings. How come, Colin?
Well, I don't know. Maybe he trained too hard. He seems drained to me.
Yeah. This should be a day for some record distances. With this strong upwind we have.
Yeah, the wind is absolutely perfect today.
Yeah, let's see. Whoops! What's that? Did he have any wax under his skis, Colin?
I don't think so. He was too slow. He was much too slow. They could never have been a good jump back.
Now there's a skier from the young German team.
I can't wait to see if he can reach the top distances.
I think we can be satisfied with this score after all. That was an okay performance. Colin?
Yeah, absolutely. He deserves his beer tonight. Maybe even two.
What's wrong with the Russians? They once were very successful, but now...
Well, after the decline of the USSR, many ski jumps went to rack and ruin. There was no money, and more often than not, there was no will to keep on with the sport. Yeah, I think so too. But when you're in a small ski jumping community, you're happy about every rival who ends his career.
Yeah. Sepp Weiler from Oberstdorf entered the record books for his jump in 1950. He set the new record for the hill with an 82-meter jump. At the time, this was made possible by several renovations. Nowadays, the skiers go up to 140 meters. That was an okay landing there. I've seen many a jumper who would have been happy to end their flat like that. And of course, there's always one or two things you can improve. That goes without saying. He's getting better and better, and I'm sure that the top skiers will keep their eye on him today.
Well, if he can start under good weather conditions and has a little bit of luck, he'll be able to climb up the ranking this season, that's for sure.
Today he's consolidated his performance with another good jump.
Yeah, excellent.
For all those who are not yet experts in ski jumping, I'd like to explain the point about hill size again. In the early days, the ski jumps were giving a so-called K point, which means critical or calculation point. But as this point doesn't tell much about the actual size of the ski jump, the term hill size was introduced in 2004. But the distance points are still calculated in comparison to the K points.
Wow, I could listen to you for hours, Mark.
Thank you, Colin.
You're welcome.
He's one of those skiers who is capable of pulling a cat out of a bag. He goes on improving with every competition, and you can't say that about many other competitors.
No, that's right, Mark.
The upwind might give wings to the skiers today. I can assure you that we'll see some good distances, and I wouldn't be surprised if the record was beaten. This sport is called ski jumping. Maybe someone should tell him. With that distance, maybe he should change to long jump in athletics. I've never seen anything as bad as that. He's the winning type. He's rightly at the top of the ranking. While others are unsettled by bad conditions such as lack of wind or poor visibility, he just goes for it and makes incredible distances. Let's take the time to look at the replay. So, do you have a favorite ski jump, Colin?
No, I couldn't say that. Every hill has its advantages. Of course, I'm always happy to start at home in England, but I also like visiting foreign countries.
These are the results of today's competition, ladies and gentlemen. The three winners of the day, cheered by the crowd. Next time, things can turn out quite differently. We hope you'll be with us again. Mark Rafferty
and Colin Phillips
take their leave of you.
Au revoir, goodbye, and auf Wiedersehen.
Goodbye.
He was out the hall.